Hey guys, welcome back to Linda's Resin Room. So what I thought I would do is my little pour that I've done in my heart. I'm going to call it my wildflower pour just because I never know how it's going to turn out. And I think it's very pretty. So I'm going to try to do it in this mold. This is the large rock edge mold from Pouring Your Heart Out. Uses 220 gram of resin, so I mixed up 220 gram. This is the Hay Clear 1:1 epoxy resin. I don't know if it'll work with this one or not. I have never tried it, so we're going to try it today. All right. Now, for my dark, replaced my batteries. I need 60 gram. So let's weigh out 60 here. I'm going to do a little less white than what it would equal out to, just because I don't think I'm going to need all that. And we're going to do just a little more of the push. Come on, 60. Okay, there's our 60 for our dark. Our light is going to be 55. So let's get this measured out. I mixed the resin up for 3 minutes. I put it in the debubbler for 7.5 minutes. So that's how long it's been since I poured it. Sometimes that can make a difference if your resin has heated up or not. Now I know this resin does not heat up. I've used it before, and yeah, it wasn't good for blooms because of it just wouldn't heat. Come on, 0.1's got to come out of there. There we go. All right, 55. Now for our white, it should be 40, but I am only going to do 30. So I think that's all I'll need. Okay, 30 for the white. That leaves the rest for our push out of 220. Okay, so that's what, 60 for the push maybe? Somewhere around there. All right, I'm going to put a little resin down in my stones, and I'll show you those after we do our little pour. Let me get a little stick so I can mix these up. I'm trying to use less and make a smaller center. So I think this will be plenty. Okay, now let's mix. For our dark, we are going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drops. Let me get some stir sticks. I don't know what's wrong with me. Yeah, I'm tired. I've worked all day. Alright, let's see how dark the purple is. If we need to. This purple is usually pretty dark, and I'll show it to you what I'm using here in just a second. So I'm not sure that it will need anything mixed in. See how dark that already is? But I think I am going to, just in case it makes a difference, put in 1 little drop of the black. A small drop. This is the Color Fun by Resin Pro. And this is the Dr. P.H. Martin's Violet Liquid Acrylic Inks. And I will link all of this in the description so that you'll be easy to find it. Now with those acrylic inks, they come in sets, and there's 3 different sets. I think the colors that I'm using 2 of them are in one set and 1 is in another. Yeah, that's much darker. It's really dark. I hope that's not too dark. Still transparent. I mean, you can see the blue through the stick. So, okay. Now, magenta for our light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what 5's going to do. Some are more pigmented than others. Okay. I think I'm going to add 1 more. Probably won't make much of a difference, but that is such a pretty color. I hope this turns out. I would love to get this pour in a bigger mold than the little one that I use. Okay, there we go. Now for our white. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to do 8, and this is by Color Fun by Resin Pro for my white. We do want this kind of heavy, but we don't want it overly heavy either. We don't want it to all stay on the bottom, but we don't want it light like a bloom. Scrape that. And like I said, I have no idea if this is even going to work. I've never used this resin. And then I have this Quinacridone Violet. Dr. P.H. Martin's acrylic inks. I'm just going to put 1 drop down in there. The lid looks like it's going on crooked. Okay. This resin kind of feels a little heavier, I think, than the other resin that I had used. It's a little thicker. I hope it moves. Okay. Now, I'll wipe my gloves off just in case I got resin on me. Let's pour. Where is my heat gun? I'm going to go around and pop a few bubbles in there. Now, we take our dark first, which I have made really dark. I see some streaks. I don't want it streaky. Okay. Now, we're going to pour right along the edge. I'm pouring on the mold itself. I don't want my center to close. So I'm going to be very careful and watch it. Okay. Then I'm going to take my light color and I'm just going to dump it in the center. I'm just not sure about this resin. It just, I don't know, it's different. Like I said, I know it's no good for blooms. It might just be good for mixing and making things that are solid. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. It's, like I said, I'm not sure what the viscosity is, but I do need to look that up because I'm curious. Okay. Throw that over there. Now we're going to take the rest of our dark and pour it in around the edge. Okay. Now you don't have to scrape your cups if you don't want to. It's just I do, because I find that there's always quite a bit of resin left down in there. That is really dark. That black may have been a mistake. But you know what? What's done is done. We're going with it. Alright, now let's get our white. For the color meets, we're going to go around 5 times. So there's 1, there's 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'll give it an extra roll around there. And then I usually dump the rest in the center. Now this one, just going to go right on around again. I don't want too much in the center. Okay. Now, I'll scrape the rest out into the center. There shouldn't be very much left now. And I'm not scraping that anymore. That's good enough. Come on, drip off. Okay, let me clean that stick off there. Now let's get our push. Yeah, try to pop some bubbles on the push there. Now we're just going to take this and we're going to dump it right in the center. Find your center, pour it, and then just dump it. And I feel like this side down here is a little higher than the other side, so I'm going to take this stick and kind of prop that under there just a little bit. This way I can get everything out of the cup. Okay. Now I'm just going to go around the cup one time. Get what I can. Dump that there. Come on, drip off. Okay, I'm going to turn that cup upside down. I'm going to clean this stick off. Throw it to the side. Now, you know, I have not one time tried to pop bubbles. Alright, let's get our center in, and then I'll show you what I put in this. Okay. There we go. Good enough. All right. I'm not even going to poke that center around. I think wherever it goes, it goes. Alright guys, as we know, this does not do much as far as when it moves, and I don't know if this resin will even move. But we will let this cure up, do its thing, and come back for a demold. I see a hair. Do y'all see that hair? I got him. But we will let this cure up, come back for a demold, and see if it worked. So, I'll see you guys then. Guys, I forgot to show you what glitters I used. I went to put them away and realized. So, I have from Laura's Art Corner some Purple Passion glass glitter. This is a bigger of the glass glitters that I have. It's still fine, but it's a little bigger. I used from Laura's Art Corner Pink Silver. And it's a little bit, it's got some little balls in there, and it's got some, the little bit bigger glass glitter. I used this pink rose gold. Don't know where I got it. Got it a long time ago. This one's really big. Crushed glass. And then I used some of these stones for a crushed shell. I picked out a couple of pieces of this pink, but I got the smaller pieces. And I used some of these smaller purple ones. Don't remember where I bought those. Alright guys, but that's what I did for my center. So we will let this cure up. I'm going to cover it up. And so no more hair or anything gets in it. But I'll see you back for the demold. See you then. Hey guys, so this is cured up. I wished I had done a time lapse on it. Because if you can see, it looks like it has really done quite a bit of stuff down in there. And it's really moved. So hopefully the back or the front is as pretty as the back. So let's see. It's like smoky down in there. Oh, that is pretty, isn't it? I love that. I love how you get the different color around the center. Still, I did win a little big on the center. I didn't get my little petals like I usually get. I just got all big ones. But it is very pretty. Alright guys, I will see you all back for the next video. I'll see you then. Bye.